I hope you're well. I wanted to record a message today rather than send an email, as quite frankly I'm all emailed out, and I think time can get lost in emails a little bit. So I wanted to follow up on a lot of questions I'm getting regarding the emails that were sent out this week. Hopefully you received either an information email about spots on the club, teams for next year, or for financial aid for next year. So I wanted to clear up a few things as I've had the same questions from a lot of people. So team offers, the purpose of sending those offers right now is because we're not going to be able to hold the tryouts when we were planning to do them. The May 1st deadline is more for the people that know they want to come back, know what the situation is for next year, and are ready to commit right now. If you're not one of those people, you certainly won't be penalised. But what we're looking for really right now is time to plan for next year, and then we really wanted to give reassurances to the kids at a time where there's very little to be reassured about. So we want to let them know their spots on the team, and again, so we can plan for what teams we have and where we have spots moving forward. Registration links will be coming soon. Again, that's for the people that know they definitely want to play next year. This is for the people that know they can financially handle it. It's not going to be for the people that are not 100% sure, or if it's going to put you in financial trouble. That being said, one of the reasons for us doing this is so we can kind of get reopened on time and bring our coaches back as soon as possible. So if you can, pay the deposit right now, then that'd be appreciated. But we completely understand that people's financial situations are completely different. So all we ask for that is that you can communicate with us if there's any problems there with registering for the club, if you've accepted the spot. Again, hopefully you realise there's no pressure with this. The financial assistance, I sent a note out with that. The main thing with the financial assistance is obviously there's probably going to be more people applying right now. My plan is to try and raise more money, but that's completely impossible right now to raise money for the scholarship fund at this point. So once we get outside and we can do that, we'll start trying to raise it. But so you guys know, we have the equivalent of 2 scholarships per team, and obviously we're adding a lot of teams. So what we're trying to do is see who needs that money, who would qualify for that money before, so we can tell people what their portion of the fee would be once we've worked out the scholarship information. So if you're looking for financial aid, I would really appreciate it if you can fill in the links to register for tryouts still, even though we're not sure when we're going to be able to hold those. And on those links, you can hit yes when asked if you need financial aid, and you'll answer a few questions, and then we can see if you qualify, how much you qualify for, and then we can start the process of filling in the scholarship forms and applying for that scholarship. Team formation is a question I'm getting a lot from people. When we had the meeting about the club merger a few months back now, we said we'd have more information. Obviously, with the shutdown, we don't have any more information, and we're no further forward than we were at that point. I believe it was a week before we actually shut down. So we don't have more information about the merger. The plan for us is to keep the teams and the consistency for when the kids come back as they would have been for the spring. So most of the offers that have gone out have been based on people coming back in the fall for the spring. Obviously, there's a few outliers there with the younger teams, the teams that become a U9 that we'll need to look at and speak to the coaches a little bit more. I haven't emailed those groups. And also the teams that are going to high school. They'll be coming back in November, so we'll be looking there. The plan would be to have the full season with the teams that aren't at high school, and then if we have any obvious changes to make, we will make those in the winter or in the spring at a time where it makes sense to make any changes, or it may even be that we run through the whole year and then make changes at tryouts next May. Spring season, which is a big question for a lot of people. We've been working pretty hard, and we have a kind of a 3-phase plan for the spring season, which is now going to become a summer season. The first scenario would be starting our leagues late, so the CCSL, the NYCSL, starting those when they're allowing us to do that, which would probably be June, and play through July, mid-August, if that allows us. If they do not have that league, what we have been speaking to is a group of other clubs, actually more local than most of our teams are. So we have a good group of clubs within kind kind of a 30-mile radius. And hopefully we could set up a league, an alliance league, if the CCSL and NYCSL decide that they are not going to run their leagues through this year. That will allow us to kind of play friendly games and make sure that we get the 8 or 9 games in that the kids would have had in the spring, so that the kids get to play. We are also thinking that even if we do get scenario 1 where they run the leagues at the weekends, we could possibly hold this friendly league, the Alliance League, in midweek. So again, there could be a lot of soccer coming for the kids, assuming we're allowed back out. Scenario 3 would be if we're not allowed to have kids in bigger groups than 5 or 6 kids, then we'd start in the fall as planned, and that would be when Chelsea Piers would look at issuing credits for next season and working with the I think they sent an email about sending gift cards with money on those based to cover up what would have been for the spring. I know that some people wouldn't be able to play in the summer, but again, as we look into this, we don't really know what's going to be happening through that. Hopefully, everybody understands here that what we're trying to do in sending these emails was to allow us time to plan. But again, more importantly, as I said earlier, it's really important for us to give the kids some consistency and to give them so they know what's going to come when they are allowed to go back outside. So this is really the main reason for sending that. I'll say again that the May 1st deadline is for those of people, which is today, for those people who 100% know they want to come back, 100% know that they're all in. So we'd like to hear from you if you're one of those people. The deposits, the payments can be pushed until we know what's going on and what's happening with the leagues, and can be put basically the August 1st would be when we'd start our payments. Well, hopefully we'll know everything by then of what's going on from the rest of the year. And then the big thing is obviously we want to get our coaches back on the fields. We want them to be happy, and we obviously want our kids playing and doing what they love to do and what we love to see them do and be out on the field playing. Hopefully this answers the majority of questions. I still getting a few. If you have any more questions after this, please send me an email. I can certainly get back to you as soon as possible. But I did get a ton of the same questions, which I think hopefully this answers. All right, stay safe. Enjoy the Technique football app. Some kids have been really using that a lot, and then some people I think need to get onto it a little bit more. But it's really a good resource for our players to get touches of the ball on their own, or with their siblings, or with their parents even. So please let me know any feedback you have on that. And again, I look forward to seeing everybody soon. Thanks. Bye.